Oh, hi there. I'm Teacher Oakley. Welcome to Verbling. In today's class, we're all going to be practicing answering opinion questions. Of course, opinion questions are an important part of really every standardized English examination that I can think of. TOEFL, TOEIC, IELTS, etc., CAE. So it's an excellent practice for anyone who's planning on taking any of those examinations or really any English speaking exam. As well, it's a great class for absolutely anyone to practice speaking English because I will take turns calling on different students, asking you kind of random opinion questions, and then I will try to give you as much helpful feedback about your grammar, pronunciation, intonation, vocabulary, etc. that I can. So I hope you will join me. Plenty of room so far. Just Heidi. Hello, Heidi.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Hi. How are you today?
Since yesterday, Japan was in the kind of freezer, so everywhere very very cold.
In a kind of freezer.
Yeah.
Wow. That's very funny. Heidi, you know there's another gigantic typhoon headed to the Philippines.
Oh, really? Now?
Yeah. Should be here by the weekend.
But it's very rare at this time.
I know, it's so late, right? It's incredible. It's crazy.
But I remember 2 years ago, Mindanao had got a big typhoon. It was around Christmas Day.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely right. They're rare this late. But anyway, Heidi, if you do very well in class, I will send you the typhoon after I'm done with it.
No more.
All right, just kidding. All right, let me also welcome some others to the class. Hello, Artemis.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Wonderful. Is that your real name, Artemis? That's a terrific name.
Yeah, it's my real name. But feel free to call me Dimas.
Dimas. Oh yeah, I remember that. Okay,
Yeah.
you told me that before.
Yeah.
Okay, terrific. Anyway, welcome to the class.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for joining us. And hello, Felipe. How are you?
Hey, okay. I'm fine. You?
I'm doing well, thank you. Yeah, I had a bad morning. My power went out. I couldn't get internet connection on my Wi-Fi. I had to cancel a couple Verbling classes. And by the way, if I disrupted anyone's schedule by canceling classes 2 or 3 hours ago, I apologize. But
you have to pay your bills, Oakley.
Very funny. Very funny, Felipe. Very funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, good one. Yeah, I don't know. I heard that it had to do. I was telling Heidi there's a big typhoon coming. I heard they were doing something to the power grid to try to protect the electrical system. That's the news I heard from the power company or whatever. Some public bulletin they put out. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know, but anyway. Anyway, sorry about that. If anybody out in Verbling land was compromised or had a problem, my apologies. I also want to welcome Daneel. Daneel?
Yes, hello.
Hi. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. That's great. Okay. Daneel, where are you from?
I'm from Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan. Very good. Okay. Welcome to the class. Nice to have you here. And
Thank you.
You're welcome. And also, I'd like to welcome Nadir. Hi, Nadir. Hello. Okay. All right. Doing the chat thing. Okay. Got it. All right. Fine. This is a speaking class. It's opinion. So, Nader, if you have an opinion, feel free to share it with us in the chat box. Okay. We're going to be practicing opinion questions today. So, well, engage your brains because I'm just going to be asking sort of random, crazy questions of a sort of general nature mostly. Heidi, I'm going to start with you. I was speaking to you earlier about the fact there's another giant typhoon coming to the Philippines. And we were both discussing how unusual that was. In your opinion, are weather patterns changing around the Earth?
I'm not sure, but sometimes it happens. Usually in December we don't have any snow, but this year, very early of December, we already have snow. Then the mountains are already covered by thick snow. It's unusual, but I remember several years, maybe it happened before.
Okay, several years ago.
Several years ago, yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, this is a good start. When giving an opinion, let me just tell you, when it's your turn, everyone, really the best way to give an opinion is by talking about actual examples, talking reality. It's much more difficult to support an opinion by speaking in generalities. It actually works much better to speak in specifics. In fact, this will work for you very well on any English speaking test. This will work for you in a job interview. If you're going to say your opinion is you're a good team player, well, support it with actual, real examples. Okay? So, thank you, Heidi. Very good illustration. But my real question is, how much do you believe that the climate is actually changing worldwide? Do you believe that?
Yeah, many scientists, and even many people say the climate change about that. But I don't want to believe that. I'm
Well,
always doubtful about that. So I always gather some negative evidence.
yeah, you don't want to believe it. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. All right. When giving an opinion, it is a good idea to state your opinion in the beginning, and then follow up, of course, with point by point, and use a nice structure to organize your thinking. Well, first of all, secondly, an example of this. Okay, using signal words, signal phrases, transitionals, and the like. Okay, Ken, come back. Where did you go? Come on back. And hello, Araceli. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Okay. All right. Okay. Demas, you ready for
Yeah,
your question? Demas, are you married?
not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Yet.
Yeah,
Yet.
yeah.
Okay.
I want to marry someday, but yeah,
You do. Well, what is your opinion of the institution of marriage? Is marriage important to you?
yeah. So what I believe from my religion is marriage is very important. It's like you fulfill half of your life, man. So there are a lot of advantages by you getting married, by you get married. For example, uh, is for a man there's an art to do, yeah, to do something, and marriage can help you. That it can, it can hinder you from doing some violence. That's all. Yeah.
It can.
Yeah.
It can.
Yeah.
I'm married. I'm surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
It can.
Yeah.
Oh heavens! Thank goodness. Okay. Demas, did you say there's an art? Is that
Art.
and yeah? What did you mean by that? I didn't follow your idea. I'm sorry.
Okay. So it's like by marrying some girl, no, by marrying a girl, it's like you complete your half part of your life, right?
Right. I got you. I
Yeah,
understand.
that one.
Mhm.
And there are a lot of advantages.
Mhm.
One of it is it can help you to, how to say it? To help you for your urges, for main urge,
Urge.
yeah.
Urge. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Pronunciation. It sounded like art.
I see.
Urge.
Sorry.
Gotcha. Now I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. And then you used as an example violence. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, see, I like the way you started. What I believe is stating your
Yeah.
opinion. Very good. Then you said there are advantages by getting married. I think I would use a different preposition. There are advantages to, we often use.
Yeah.
This is great. You're using this to introduce that you're about to explain that, and that's very good. You're organizing your speech. That is excellent. But I would just say it's slightly differently. There are advantages to getting married, or possibly advantages of getting married. Okay, and then little problem with the pronoun. You said there are advantages. One of it is, of course, should be one of them, right? Plural.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. My wife will be really happy to know that she's helping me with my urges, and that it will help me be less violent.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. Demas, thank you. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
You're welcome.
That was great. Nice job. Appreciate it. All right. We'll talk to you again. We'll give you another chance in a little while. Let me talk to Felipe. Felipe, I have a earth-shattering, enormous question for you. Okay, Felipe, the world wants to know, not to put pressure on you, but the world wants to know, not just me, the world wants to know.
Okay.
What does Felipe think is the most urgent crisis, or the most urgent need, or the biggest problem that the world has to face in this current time, nowadays?
Okay. Look, I think wow. It's so hard to explain because I have an opinion, a good opinion about this in Spanish, but I will try. I think the economic system is the worst thing that happened today. I think, yeah, you can have an opinion about the communism or capitalism, and could be one or one better than the other. But I think that if one economy for grow up depends that, for example, of the consumism, is so sad, I think, for the economy, because I think, okay, if you don't purchase anything, if you don't buy TV, if you don't buy new cell phones, the economy don't going to grow up, and that's going to mean that many people won't have work, won't have nothing to eat, and I don't know. I think that yeah, a lot of people told me the capitalism is the better way know it for manage the governments and the economic stuff. But I think it's so sad because many people like in Africa and I don't know another countries, South America too, that I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard for that people the economic system that is actually in the world. I don't know. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I don't know if you understand me something.
Well, partly, but it seems like you didn't really finish the idea.
Yeah. I
To be
think so.
honest.
I think same.
Okay. One economy, four grow up. Okay. An economy. In English, of course, we can use articles. We don't have to say one economy. We can say an economy.
Okay.
Also, the economy don't going to grow should be isn't going to grow.
Isn't going to grow. Perfect. Okay.
Right. The economy isn't going to grow. And you don't need to say grow up. The economy isn't going to grow. Excuse me. We use grow up for, children grow up, and I guess
Okay.
you could talk about mostly just people. Pets? Do pets grow up? My puppy grew up. Even that's kind of weird when I think about it. But things grow, certainly. Your business grows, okay. The plants grow. Plants grow, but we wouldn't say plants, my flowers grew up. That sounds weird because we use it for people. Okay, the business grows. Okay, so, all right. And so you're saying some people say capitalism is the better way because there are many ways. Usually, it's one. It's a better way.
Yeah.
All right, not the, because we're not being specific. Maybe you're confused if you use a comparative, better. All right, so a better way.
Yeah. It's best, baby. Yeah. I was trying to say that the capitalism is better. Yeah.
That's it. That's it exactly.
Yeah,
when you use a superlative, you have to use the best way. Very good.
Yeah, perfect.
You got it. Yeah, I can see you understand.
Thank
All
you.
right. And you're saying, talking about the people in Africa or South America, and that it's hard for that people. Of course, it should be those people. It's plural, people, right? And they're far away. These people, I can assume that you're talking about people far from you. So those people.
Okay.
Instead of these people, which is also plural, but you would use these people. It's possible you could use these people as a pronoun, all right? These people have a very difficult time. So you could use these or those in reality, but definitely not that.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Felipe. All right. In a way, I'm asking the kind of questions that the guy asks at the Miss Universe pageant. Okay, all right, Daneel, Miss Kazakhstan. Sorry, I know you're Mister. Okay. Okay, Daneel, are you ready for your question?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What do you think, in your opinion, what is the greatest invention ever?
What?
The greatest invention ever.
Invention?
Do you know? Yeah. Do you know invention?
It's like something new.
Something new created by
Create
humans.
new.
Yeah, that's it.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Okay. Which great invention will be?
What
Or
is the greatest, number one, in your opinion, the best invention ever?
okay. I need some time.
Okay, give you a minute. Sure.
I know a lot of inventions which how to say, which equal between each other.
Okay.
I can't say one of the most important. Maybe
Okay.
in medicine, maybe.
All right.
Can I say which will be most important invention
Okay. You're okay. First of
in
all,
future? Maybe.
oh, okay. All right. I think there are many inventions that are equal to each other, not with, equal to each other in importance. First of all, but
Yes.
you want to talk about an invention that you think will come in the future. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, then you should actually say that I would like to talk about an important invention that I think will be in the future. I think I want to talk about something I think will be invented. That would work. Okay?
I think it will invade it medicine from corner yes. Uh,
Sorry?
1 minute.
Again, I couldn't.
Q from corner maybe.
Q?
Q, yes. I don't know how to say correct. Drug, remedy,
Remedy.
medicament.
Cure. Okay.
Yes,
Cure.
medicament.
Got it. Okay. Medicine. All right.
Yes,
Yes.
from corner.
Right. A cure. A cure for what?
Of corner. Corner.
Cure
Corner.
for. It has to be a cure
Oh,
for something.
yes, Q for corner.
For corner? For.
Yes. It's like it's illness.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Is it a specific illness?
It's
Corner.
very common.
Really? Corner? Or do you mean cancer?
Oh, yes, maybe cancer. Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Cancer.
sorry.
It's okay. That's all right. We're here to learn. It's okay. It's okay, man. We're here to learn. All right. A cure for cancer. Well, there are. Okay. Well, yeah, you're right. There's no real medicine. There's lots of treatments available, but there's no real cure, right? Okay. Daneel, can I ask you something? What are you involved in medicine at all? What is your career, or what are you studying? I'm not sure if you're working or studying.
No, unfortunately, I will be
You will be what?
a lawyer.
A lawyer? Oh my goodness. I want to find a cure for lawyers. Just joking. Joke only. Just kidding. Daneel, don't get mad at me. Just a joke. Okay, well, your heart's in the right place. I'll say that. Okay, hopefully a cure for cancer would be the best invention. Well, that's very humanitarian of you to say so, I must say. Um, you're a humanitarian. You're very human, that your concerns are about other people. So I'm happy to see that. Happy to hear that from an up and coming famous lawyer. Okay. Thanks, Daneel.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, Nader, you're in the other chat box today, so I haven't really been following you that much because I'm trying to use Verbling chat. But anyway, okay. You can answer any opinion question you want, Nader, as you go along. Araceli, I have a question for you. I know that, like me, your career is involved in education. So, in your opinion, what is the biggest challenge in education today? What is the biggest problem with the educational system? You can talk about in your local area, in your country, in the world, whatever you want to tackle. What do you think is the biggest challenge in the field of education?
Well, I feel there are a lot of problems in this field. There always have been, and they will continue. And they change with times. But for me, the biggest challenge we are facing is to adapt to the world, to the way that the world is changing, because I feel that in most countries, or at least in mine, education is quite the way teachers teach is quite old-fashioned. So it's the students are involved with technology a lot nowadays, especially young people are using, mobile phones, internet, or everything. But the classes are like if they were maybe 100 years ago. They didn't change very much. Well, sometimes we introduce small changes, but I feel that the main challenge is to completely change the way classes are, and not only classes, education in general, because sometimes I feel that students can learn on their own, with, for example, with videos, computers, things like that, and then maybe share in the class their knowledge. There is like a theory about that. I don't know if you've heard about that, the Khan Academy. There is a guy who
Yeah.
is very,
Oh,
yeah,
really? Oh, yeah.
speaking the
I'm on their
class,
email
and
list.
yeah.
Araceli, yeah. As a matter of fact, good
Ah,
resource.
okay.
Great.
Yeah, yes, I like that because the idea is completely different. Flipping the class, I think, is how he calls the thing, and it's like you're not there to expose a lot of knowledge and then the students listen and they review that at home. And this is old-fashioned. I think his ideas are cool. We have a lot of knowledge. Students have a lot of knowledge that they can access, and they should be maybe reviewing that on their own. And the classes should be used to talk, discuss about all that, to guide them, and they will be more useful. The time at school will be more productive, but it's very difficult to do this kind of things because we are used to the old way of doing things, and it's very hard to change. There is a lot of inertia, and it's difficult. But I think with time we should move maybe in that direction or something different. I don't know, but I think we have to adapt because we are not following the times, the new tendencies.
Yeah. Unfortunately, many things in the world, political, economic, environmental, education, there's a lot of problems. There seems to be some kind of general inertia. No one wants to move. No one wants to change. And the fact is, actually, sometimes I feel like humanity has pushed itself with technology and so forth, so that, and yet people don't want to change. They have this sense of inertia and traditionalism and so forth, but the technology is pushing us forcing change on many systems, educational, economic, political. Do you know what I mean? Am I making sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. But I think it's a human characteristic that this kind
Yeah.
of inertia, because we are very we never want to change. I don't know why, but I heard some days ago that maybe that was in every aspect of your life. If you would accept changes, maybe you would improve your life. But we like to keep in that part we know, to feel safe with the way of doing things
Right.
we've done before, and it's a problem in every field, I think.
Yeah, I would agree. Okay, I want to just comment. I don't really have any critiques, but a couple observations about your speaking style to give an opinion. A pretty fail-safe way to introduce your opinion is to say, I think there are many reasons, or I can think of a few reasons, or she said, or Theli said, a lot of reasons, or a lot of problems. I think there are a lot of problems. Okay, use the number, a quantifier. Some, a lot, many, a few. I can think of 3 reasons. Use some form of quantifier to introduce the topic. And then state your opinion, as you did. You stated your opinion by saying, for me, I think this is a way to state your opinion and make it very clear. This is only my opinion. Okay, I'm not trying to thrust it on you, but this is my observation, the way I see it. So that's a very nice technique. I just wanted to share that observation. Okay, good job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And yeah, okay, that's so cool that you also are involved with the Khan Academy. Cool. Me too.
Are you a fan of him?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's something I do, at least once a week. I go look at some stuff. It's terrific. You can study anything you want to study at your own pace, and it's awesome. It's great.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you, Rathali.
Thank you.
All right. Let me go back to Heidi for a minute. Heidi.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Well, you may not want to answer this question. You may have not have any idea. But I don't have any idea, so I wanted to ask you. All I know is the Japanese economy is having some problems lately.
Yeah.
Would you agree? What is the problem? What is the major issue that's causing Japanese economy to stagnate? I don't get it.
Just two years ago, Prime Minister
Abe
became Japanese Prime Minister.
Mhm.
Then his strategy is growing the money flow in Japan. Then after that, the Japanese yen is getting lower compared to dollars. Then just before Prime Minister Abe, at that time, $1 was about 78 yen, but now 120 yen.
Really?
So it's much different, getting lower and lower.
Wow.
At first it was very good because Japan is an industrial country, so we need to export a lot of things. For example, Toyota, if the yen price only 1 yen getting worse, they can earn 5 million yen.
Right.
So 2 years ago, Sony, particularly Sony, was very bad. They fired a lot of people in the world. Then they needed to sell the buildings in the world, America or European countries. But after Abenomics, Sony stock price getting higher and higher.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, March, the government decided to decrease the tax, consumption tax, 3%. Then, yeah, only 3% rose up. After that, people don't want to buy the things. It's a big reason. The Japanese economy is kind of stagnant now.
Okay, so this tax is the tax on goods.
Yeah.
Okay, buying a TV. So the tax, I'm sorry, did the tax go up or down? Tax.
Before consumption tax was for 15%.
Yeah. Okay.
After March, it became 18%.
That's pretty steep.
Yeah.
Pretty high.
But still, people don't want to buy the things.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty high. Consumption tax, many of you may know this as VAT or value added tax.
Yeah, and decreasing the Japanese end value is very good for exporting companies. But many small companies, they need to import the ingredient, iron or oil or a lot of things.
Right.
So for that, the company need to pay a lot of money. Then they want to, for example, they are making some parts for Toyota or big companies. They want to increase their price of parts, but big company, they don't want to roll up the price.
Of
So
course.
they need to sell the same price, but it's very hard for small companies.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Is that all just, does that really boil down to increased competition from other countries? China, Korea.
Yes, kind of competition. Before South Korea, the industry was very good, Samsung or Hyundai. But now they are suffering of currency, appreciating currency. They can't sell enough. So, for example, Samsung, their sales decreased of 50% this year compared to last year.
Yeah, I saw that. It's amazing.
And
Really?
Hyundai is a very dangerous situation now.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Very interesting. The economic, what's going on with the economy in Asia, especially South Asia. It's just, the Far East. Very complicated. Things are getting very complicated. That's for sure. And the competition is fierce. Maybe later, I would like to talk to you as well about competition for getting jobs, but I should move on to somebody else because I'm wondering about that because it's getting crazy in Korea, in China, and well, let me just quickly, Heidi, is the competition for jobs getting very tight, really competitive in Japan? Yeah.
Now it's very good.
Okay.
Even big companies, they didn't want to employ the graduate from the university. So they needed to work in a convenience store or a supermarket. But now they want to employ the graduate. So now small shops are suffering of lack of manpower.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I can probably send you about 1 million Filipinos if you'd like. They'll do it. I'm sure. Spanish people. Yeah, Spanish people need jobs. Filipinos need jobs. I'm sure several of us wouldn't mind coming on over there, working in a shop, being a waiter, whatever. Okay. Interesting. All right. Felipe. All right. Well, okay. You're in Spain. Okay. Spain is also famously having economic problems. I think many people know that.
You told me that if I am in Spain, I'm not in
Oh,
Spain.
oh, you're not in Spain. I'm sorry.
No, I'm from Chile.
I'm from Chile. Okay, I'm sorry. I was thinking of Araceli. Sorry, I'm getting
Yeah.
confused.
I'm
Okay.
from Chile. I'm in
Sorry.
Seattle for 3 months,
Oh,
but
all
I
right,
for
right. I'm sorry. My bad.
don't worry.
I've lost my mind. Oh, so you're in Seattle, right?
Yeah, actually in Seattle, but I'm from Chile.
Okay, terrific. What's your opinion of Seattle? Good, bad? What's good and bad about Seattle?
No, I think it was. I don't know. I think it's one of the best states in the U.S. and they have a lot of conscience about environmental stuff, environmental things. And there are many lakes, there are many rivers, there are many trees. Um, I don't know. Maybe the weather could be a little complicated for the people that is not is getting used about the weather. But yeah, it's a pretty nice place. It's not so big that like another states. I think Washington State have something like 5 million or 6 million of people. I think it's a good place to live. There are many people coming here to work. Actually, yeah, I think so. I really
Yeah,
love Seattle. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it doesn't take long if you're in the middle of Seattle. In half an hour, you can be like in the forest. It's kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Even less than that, maybe.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, for
You're right.
example, yeah, if you are, I don't know, 15 minutes from the downtown Seattle, you can watch some airplanes landing off in some lake or in the sea. Yeah, it's amazing. It's an amazing place.
Right, right. Okay, there are many people who you said environmental. I think environmentally environmentally conscious. It is a good co-location.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, and a way you could, when you're talking about the weather, you could say this. This is a very common way to say it in English. The weather takes some getting used to. All right, or
Okay.
it could be difficult if you're not used to it.
Okay. But the first one you told me, I'm writing that the weather is take? No.
I'll write it in the Verbling chat
Perfect.
box.
Nice.
The weather takes some getting used to. And now, okay, you can use this phrase for anything really. The food takes some getting used to. Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
It's common to say it about climate or weather, of course. Yeah. Hey, I went to Seattle for Seattle, and then I went to the Gorge. Do you know the Gorge?
No, but I hear about the gorge 1 week ago, and some people told me you have to go there.
Yeah,
But
it's
maybe
cool.
it's a falling water or no?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a big canyon, and it's very beautiful.
Okay.
It's a very beautiful area and really pretty. Anyway, I was there for about a week. I felt like I was super privileged because it was sunny and beautiful weather the whole time. It never
Yeah.
rained.
Yeah.
Which I heard basically never happens, but I was lucky the time I got to go there. Okay, thank you very much. All right, let me talk to Daneel again. Okay, Daneel, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. What in your opinion? Okay, here's a tricky question. Which is worse, in your opinion? An innocent person who's put in jail. You're a lawyer, that's why I'm asking you. Which is worse, an innocent person put in jail, or a guilty person who is set free, who gets away?
Excuse me, my vocabulary is very
Yeah.
little.
Okay.
Guilt? One second.
Let me. Actually, I'm gonna put the question into the verbal chat box. Can you see it?
Ah, okay, yes.
here, let's put it over here and you can take a look. Which is the greater tragedy? Which is worse? An innocent person put in jail, he did no crime, but he wrongly gets put in jail, goes to prison, or a guilty person, a murderer or a thief, who gets away, gets set free, gets away with it, gets away with a crime. Which is worse?
Who guilty, but he got away justice. Yes.
That's right. No justice. No.
First question. Could you repeat, please?
Okay. Which?
Not question. Which is?
Which, in your opinion, which is worse? Which is worse? An innocent person.
Innocent. Who is it innocent?
Innocent meaning did no crime.
Yes.
Okay. But
mistakes
or problems in law, in justice, they go to jail. Which is worse? Innocent person in jail or guilty person free?
Of course, very worse. It's yes. Of course, it's very difficult question. I think
it is.
Only one, yes. For me, only one, yes.
Yeah, which is worse? Which one?
I think worse. It's first one, yes.
First, an innocent person.
Yes.
Put in jail. Okay, why?
Of course, both, but I should choose one, yes?
Yeah. That's right. You've got a lot of support from your classmates. Everyone agrees with you, but why do you say so, Daneel?
It's very difficult to explain, yes.
Yes, it is. All right. Okay. Well, you got a lot of support. Araceli.
Maybe because nowadays, in general, people who pay corruption and it can be, but when human didn't do crime, and I can't explain this. But in my opinion, first one is.
Okay. All right. Well, think about that. That's a very interesting question. That's a very difficult, challenging question.
Yes,
I agree.
Yes. Very.
It's very easy to give an opinion, frankly, for this question, but very hard to explain why. I know. It's a very difficult question. Daneel, may I ask you, why did you decide to become a lawyer?
It's depend. It's my dream of child years.
Really?
Yes. And if you're good lawyer, you can get money.
Okay. If you become a lawyer.
Yes.
Really, that's very interesting. Nader also wanted to be a lawyer as a child. I mean, that's cool, and please don't be offended, but I don't think I can think of one single person in America who dreams about being a lawyer. It's like policeman, fireman, basketball star, astronaut, all very dramatic. Actor, maybe, all very dramatic things. But that's interesting. Now,
Excuse me,
okay,
can I ask one?
that's cool. Sure, please. Go
Lawyer
ahead.
in USA, it's only advocate. It's only who protect rights. Yes.
Lawyers? Oh
Yes.
boy, no.
Policemen. Yes.
Oh boy.
It's also.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's a loaded question.
No,
There are.
no. Here, for example, lawyer, in my opinion, lawyer is here in my country. Lawyer, when you get education of lawyer, you can stay policeman or advocate or different kinds of how to say. 1 second.
Okay. In
Law enforcement agencies.
okay, law enforcement. Okay,
Agencies.
agencies. All right. Yeah. Well, okay. In the United States, a lawyer is a lawyer. I don't. There are extremely few policemen. I would put that in a very low number. Policemen who are lawyers. I think maybe 3 in the entire United States, if I was to guess, because of course they can have 10 times higher salary by being a lawyer than they can by being a policeman. So I'd say that was very small, and very few lawyers go into law enforcement agencies as well. Yeah, what lawyers do in the United States is they become politicians. And so, of course, which doesn't help their reputation, of course. But
and if you have education of lawyer, you can get job in like FBI in USA.
well, there's many kinds of lawyers.
FBI, yes. And here in my country, if you have education of lawyer, it's it's welcome to get this job.
Okay. Yeah. In the United States, there are definitely many lawyers employed by the FBI and the CIA and NSA and those agencies, for sure. But you don't have to be a lawyer. It's not a prerequisite. You could have other degrees.
Yes, it's true.
And possibly military. Many are from a military background, actually. That's common. People in the military end up joining these agencies because they're in military intelligence. So that's very common. Yeah, lawyers in the United States have a very bad reputation because, of course, they handle divorces. You know, you have lawsuits. Of course, lawsuits are, frankly, okay, my opinion, a big problem in the United States. They're just everyone's sue happy. Everyone sues everybody else, and people don't really profit. The only ones who profit are the lawyers. So, yeah. Anyway, how Araceli, how about in Spain? Do lawyers have a good reputation, bad reputation? In
No,
between?
I think yes, I think with politicians and with kind of things we are equal to the United States or maybe worse. We have worse opinion
Maybe
on them.
worse.
Yes, probably because recently there have been um, a lot of scandals of corruption and it's been looking very ugly, and people are very angry about that. And yes, I think I agree with the view that lawyers are maybe someone who, take advantage of things, and they are smart and they look for opportunities to make money. That kind of vision of. But I also think that it's good to. There are also people who think I want to study law because I want to help people, and I
Right.
think they're right too. Also, on the other hand, to give them a good a good view. Many people nowadays are, for example, some of the banks here, they they owe a lot of money, and so people at the state had to pay to the banks because they were on the verge of a bankrupt. And if the banks, well, something like the thing that happened in the United States, if the banks go down, the economy goes down, nobody's going to find a work, and it's like we have to pay to the banks. And also they did it very very bad, and they went to bankrupt because their management was terribly bad and selfish, and they only wanted the managers there only wanted to have profit personally, and the bank they 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 sank the bank. But the people had to pay, the state, the citizens have to pay for the banks to go on, because if they don't, the economy is not going to work, and people are angry. And for example, there were many lawyers who joined forces to investigate these managers of the banks and politicians who were in charge of that, and to sue them and to take them to law courts so that they would be uh, responsible, they would be made responsible for their action. And in that way, you can see that there are a lot of lawyers who are doing this volunteering to this, and they are not getting money, but they are persuading justice, and people in that way are happy with that part of population who uses their knowledge to help everyone. So it's not only, they are not only thin, I think, like people who try to make money and taking
Right.
advantage of whatever, but also they have a responsibility, a social role.
Oh yeah, they definitely have a social role. There's no question. What? Okay, you just mentioned. I just got a couple minutes, but what is your opinion about the whole concept? You mentioned when 2008, United States economy, the government bailed out several of these banks and big
The Lehman
company,
Brothers.
Lehman Brothers, yeah, Fannie Allen, sure, AIG, sure. Okay, Citibank. All right, too big to fail. What we were told, us normal people, these companies are too big to fail. We can't allow that to happen. What do you think of this concept that these companies can do whatever they want, and they know that the government will never allow them, no matter how stupid they act, no matter what dumb things they do, no matter if they cheat, steal, rob? What do you think of the idea that the government will never let them
I
go
think
out of business?
it's completely unfair, because if you've got a small business and you do things badly, the business is going to break down, and you are going to have a lot of debts. But if you own a really, really very big business, then no matter how bad you do it, as you say, they are going to pay for this. It's like a kind of it's not fair at all. It's like they are, what's the word for that? It's like they are, you have to, like, I know, like you are kidnapped by them. It's not the word, but something like that. They have all the power, and you just have to, you lose anyway. And for example, there is an idea here, new politicians who are trying to have their room in the politics, and this is called like a public bank. It's an idea to prevent that kind of thing. It's like on the left wing. It's like the banks, as they are so important, and anyway, you have to rescue them, and so if they fail, you have, the state has to control the banks somehow, and that's the idea.
Right.
And I don't agree too much, but it's difficult. That is an idea that has emerged, I think, because of that.
Right. Well, I don't know. That's a debate for another day. If they're too big to fail, then they should be controlled by the government. Okay, fine. If you're too big to fail, then you need to follow all these rules and regulations, and then everything you do will be controlled. Anyway, debate for another day. I have to go. I've got a Another class. But thank you, everyone, very, very much for sharing your opinions. Everyone did a great job. Very interesting. I learned some things today. So thank you all very much. And we'll see you next time here on Verbaling, okay?
Thank you very
Take
much.
care.
Thank